Hi friends, welcome or welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. If you are new to my channel, I'm Jasan. I'm a nurse, a mom, and an infant sleep consultant. On my channel, I share lots of informative content to help other parents. So my son is 14 months old. He sleeps right through the night and he's currently wearing these size 4 Huggies Snug Dry triple layer diapers. Now recently I've noticed that when baby wakes up in the morning, he is soaking wet. So I started looking up what I could do to resolve this. And that's when I came across the Huggies Overnight diapers. So of course, I went and I picked some up. But when I got home, it suddenly crossed my mind. How are the Huggies Overnight different from the Huggies Snug Dry? Well, we're about to find out because I decided to do an experiment. In this video, I'm going to be pouring the same amount of water in each diaper. And by the end of the video, we will see if the Huggies Overnight diaper is really worth buying. This experiment was so much fun and the results were amazing. So let's get right into it. So here I have the two diapers that we will be using. I have the Huggies Snug Dry in the size 4 and the Huggies Overnight also in a size 4. Next I have my container filled with water, which I've added some green dye to that just so you guys will be able to see as I pour it onto the diaper. I have my measuring cup because I want to be sure I'm only adding a cup per diaper each time. Okay, so we've got our first cup in the Snug Dry. And now we'll go ahead and add that first cup to the overnights. I'm just gonna add a little bit more dye to this water just so it's a little bit more green and shows up better on the diaper. Adding the third cup here, you can see that the Snug Dry is super wet and is pooling in the sides. I'm putting 5 cups of water in each diaper so we could have a true comparison. Already, the Snug and Dry is starting to feel more wet than the Huggies Overnight. Quite a bit of pooling happening in the sides there, but we'll watch and see how well that absorbs. Now I'm going to go ahead and touch test the overnight to see how wet it is, and my hands were dry. Now we're going to add the 4th cup to the overnights. The Snug and Dry did absorb that pooling in the side, but it's just so much more wet than the overnights. Also guys, if you're enjoying the video this far, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Okay, we have all that pooling happening again. We'll see if it will absorb this time. Barely able to pour all of it on there without it overflowing. And we're gonna pour that last cup on the overnight diapers. The overnight diaper, as you can see, has already absorbed all that fluid, while the Snug and Dry still has that pooling in the side. We're gonna go ahead and give each diaper 5 minutes to absorb the liquid. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my touch test. You can see at the top, the gel inside is almost breaking through the padding. And you can see by the touch test, it's dripping from my fingers. I'm just gonna dry my hand and I'm going to do the same touch test with the overnight diapers. You can see that it's wet, but it's nowhere near as wet as the Snug and Dry diaper. Now looking at the overnight diaper in comparison to the Snug and Dry diaper, you can tell that it has way more absorbency than the Snug and Dry. You can also see how much more green the Snug and Dry is. That's because it is so much more saturated than the overnight diaper. Now, if you're anything like me, you want to see what it looks like inside. So I'm gonna cut it open for myself and for you guys. Now, aside from doing the touch test, I wanted to go ahead and find a way to show you guys just how wet each diaper is on the outside. So I'm using 2 pieces of construction paper in the same color. I'm going to place each diaper on top of a sheet of paper. And we're gonna let that sit for just a minute, just to see what it looks like once I pick them up. So it's now been a minute and I have just removed the overnight diaper from the construction paper. And as you can see, the paper is dry. Now we're gonna remove the Snug and Dry from the paper. And there you can see it, the paper is wet. Now I'm gonna do another touch test of the outside of the diaper. You can see the Huggies Snug and Dry is wet on the outside, while the overnight diaper is totally completely dry. The longer the overnight sit, the more dry they became. So they are able to hold a lot of fluids. So for me, for this test and this experiment, Huggies Overnight won this one. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.